and consequently free from aversions, and who is liberated from both sign and merit. That awakened being knows no fear. As you, even when you see a God, you do not so out of fear. And can God be found through fear? A true. If one find a God, a fear vanishes. God and fear cannot coexist. It is like trying to keep a darkness and light together. Your praise to arise from fear. That is why they are futile. They are utterly worthless. Even when you bow in the temple, you do so trembling. This is not a vibration of love, it is the trembling of fear. There is a vast difference between the two. When love descends into the heart, everything trembles then too. But the thrill of love, how different that thrill of love is from the panic and the trembling born of fear. Remember, love has a warmth. So does a fear both envelop you in a heart. Do not mistake the one for the other. A person bows in fear and bows in love, but do not confuse in two. The fearful person prays, and so does not one filled with love, yet the prayer of fearful concludes hatred within, for one cannot love that which one fear. Therefore, whoever told you to fear God laid the foundation for your irreligiousness. I tell you this, fear the whole world, but do not fear God. For once fear takes a root, no bound of love or bliss can ever be formed with that beings. It is as if poison has dissolved into the well. You become a toxic from the very start. Then a prayer will be filled with smoke, not a flame of love. A foul odor may rise from it, and you will not be able to mask it, which incense will be not able to hide it within flowers. No matter what measures you take, they will all remain merely superficials. Just think how you can prayers arise when there is a fear within. That is why the Lord Buddha did not even speak about a divine when the prayers itself has not yet arisen. What is the point of talking about the divine when the eyes has not yet opened? What is the point of discussing the light? You are not yet even capable of walking. You are still cravings on your knees. So what is the point of talking about the dancing? They are divine comes only when prayers arise. But the prayers arise only when there is a abha, fearlessness. It is important to understand one more thing here. Do not mistake abha for mere freelessness, nirbhay. There are suitable yet the fundamental distinctions. There are a vast difference, a world of difference between the nirabhay and abhay. While the dictionary might define them identically in the lexicons of life. Their meanings are vastly different. Nirbhay refers of someone who is a fearful within but somehow managed and outwards affairs. Someone trims inside but not in outside. Someone who has practiced not trembling and prevents the trembling from showing outwards. Those who call a brave are just as cowards as the cowards themselves. The coward sits down out of fear, but brave person does not sit down but keeps moving forward. The coward accepted his fear while the brave person denies it, yet the fear remains. The state of abha is entirely different. There is neither fear of nor fearlessness there. When the fear itself causes to exist, how can one be a fearless? Abha signifies a state where both fear and the fearlessness vanish, where the very concept causes to exist. Both Buddha and Mahavir has described the state as the first step towards the divinity. What kind of person attain Abha? It was kind of consciousness does Abha arise. In a consciousness free from the attachments, Raga, there is a naturally no aversions. Either for aversions is born of attachment. How you ever notice? You cannot simply throw someone into the enemy starting away. You must first make them a friend. How could you suddenly turn someone into the enemy? An enemy does not simply appear out of nowhere. An enemy emerges in the wake of a friend. Animosity does not arise directly, it follows attachments. Hatred does not spring on its own. It is flows what you can love. So to make someone an enemy, you must first make them a friend. Harbor animosity towards someone. You must first feel attachment to them. To push someone away, you must first draw them close. Such is the unique words. Such is this paradoxical word. You may be also avoid animosities, but one who has a flat attachment cannot escape it. Once you accept a person, where can their shadow goes? It too will enter your home. You cannot tell a guest to leave their shadows outside, saying, "We invite only you." The shadow remains with them. Animosities, the shadow of attachment, Vergiria, dispassions, will also be shadow for attachment. That is why I tell you that the true dispassionate one, it is not a merely a Vergi. The true Vairagya is one who has become so free from attachment. That is why Lord Mahavir and Lord Buddha gave him a new name, Vitrag, on behind attachment. There are three terms of rag, attachments, Vairagya, dispassions, and Vitrag, stand behind the attachments. Rag means have you connections with someone and hope that these connections will yield happiness. It is dreams of happiness along with the derive happiness from another. Devash, animosities. It is experience to receiving a suffering from another. Friendship is the desire to claim someone as one own, empty in the realization that someone did not prove to be a one own but rather a stranger's. A friendship is a dream, enmity in the shutterings of the dreams. Rag is a group of dark, hope find a dowry. But when one encounters a well instead of the drovey, animosity arises. The dowry does not exist in the darkness, a grouping will not revolve. The dowry is not found through groups, it is found through awakening. Does the Lord Buddha speak of one is whose consciousness there is a one rag, impulse, the notions that happiness can be obtained from another. Notions one has left to go. He who has awakened and who has realized that fulfillment cannot be found in anything external. There is but one delicious call in the world, which is the belief that happiness can obtain from another. From a wife, a father, a brother, a son, a friend, a wealth, house, or a position of status, it is this belief that happiness can come from another that gives rise attachments. It is natural. We don't want to lose what you can bring us happiness. We want to preserve it. We fear that the source of our happiness might differs away from the claimed by someone else. Thus a wife fears her husband might look at another woman, and the husband fears his wife might become interested in someone else, because that is where the hope of happiness lies. Their fear someone else might snatch that happiness away. But has happiness even truly come from another person? Has anyone ever claimed to have found happiness through another? It is nothing but hope upon hope, and hope is never satisfied. Who assured that your happiness could be found in another? And remember, when the another person comes to you, then you have comes in search of their own happiness. You too have gone them seeing your own. Neither is truly concerned with other happiness. How then could happiness possible arise when there is no such intent?